10:45, Deputies, 07. I'll be on my cell in Auburn for a couple minutes. Heading to station 93.
Well, from what we understand, it was two brothers. One of them has a long history of terrorizing the family, had multiple restraining orders against him. He's had weapons issues in the past. His 15-year-old daughter was there, and there was a restraining order against him from even being around her. They called us, we showed up, we were invited in, and at some point the suspect took some guns and fired upon our deputies, striking both of them. We don't know which one, if one or both were able to fire back until we figure out what happened with ballistics, but the suspect's deceased on scene. Our two officers were transported to two separate hospitals. The sergeant that was taken to Madigan, they've upgraded his condition to serious, so that's good news. He's expected to survive and live, and when those guys say that, they're usually pretty sure. Our other one is at Harborview, still in critical condition in the ICU. We're not going to know. It's going to take some time. It's going to need to go by before we'll be able to determine how he's going to come out of this.
Do you have any ages?
Our officers was shot. The brother and the daughter drug him into another room and protected him, and actually rendered first aid to our officer and held the brother outside the door, and that's when the other officer was shot. So it looks like the people that were in this residence went out of their way to help our people. It's starting to look like this guy was just on his own, armed himself, and was intent on shooting our guys. And when you have somebody that's that way, he's going to hide, come from behind the corner with a weapon. He's going to get some rounds off, and he did.
Why was this guy on the streets again?
Well, you know, you want to ask that question, why was he on the streets? Well, they're most of them are misdemeanor, gross misdemeanor, domestic violence related, weapons charges. Just don't have enough room to lock people up. As many of them that are out there, there just isn't enough room. And you know, we have people talking about closing jail pods and letting people out early and early release and cutting back on deputies and cops. You're going to see more of it, unfortunately. We're going the wrong direction. I have no idea why he lashed out at us. We'll do more investigation into this. I think there's not going to be an answer. Just like the Lakewood one and the one in Seattle, there will not be an answer that's going to satisfy anybody. And it's something he did on his own.
How are you guys doing? I mean, we're fresh off Lakewood.
We were just in that room, and I saw a bunch of familiar faces. The last time we were all sitting together, we were working another case where we had 4 dead police officers, and A lot of these guys haven't even finished their paperwork from that yet. They're still working on it. And crime scene people that are coming out tonight were the same ones that worked that case. I mean, we're not a big department, so we're all used to working this, and to have this happen, I mean, it's pretty shocking. I mean, everybody's very quiet and very somber, and realizes the gravity of what happened. I mean, just for our profession alone, it's going to be really hard for anybody to want to do this job. This keeps happening, or let alone, I mean, what mom and dad's going to want their kids to grow up to do this job when you're just randomly shot by people? No fault of your own, no matter how good you are and how well you're trained. If somebody wants to do what we've seen here in the last month, and so something needs to be done about it. I mean, the common denominator here with a couple of these people is they have a long history of problems, whether they be mental or criminal or a combination of both. It looks like there may be an issue here where this person shouldn't have been running around with another gun in his hand.
These officers wearing